Holy fuck. What the fuck?
Did that just happen?
Yes, Skull. Yes, it did.
As you probably guessed by now, I'm Lemonlimeskull. This was the first time I heard or saw anything from Funnymouth. It should also have been the last. He seemed to just appear out of nowhere, and without any particular goal to his strange ramblings. It's not that he was pissing anybody off or anything of the sort. He just stuck in his head, rattled off a few random texts, and happily fucked off. Just your regular internet weirdo. So really though, what the hell?
Not a clue.
He's in another channel if you want to find out. Blood.
I do not, sir.
Bitch. I don't know what results I expected from following this guy to another channel. It's not that I wanted to argue with him or anything. I'm not that kind of person. Unless somebody starts off an argument with me first. Oh, you get the point. Anyway, I had no idea why I pursued this. Hey. He was sitting there in the channel by himself, as if he'd been waiting for someone to join him. So, you're staring at me? That's rude.
Sorry, I just do it. It's okay.
I see. You can come back to refer sales if you want. We're not going to boot you if that's what you're worried about. Or not. Whatever, man. You just seemed interesting and I'm bored tonight.
I am bored tonight too. I always don't.
You always don't what?
I always don't, that's it. I always don't because they don't. And then I get silly.
Okay. Well, see you around. And with that, I left. The act got old fast, and I felt either this was someone trying too hard or a legitimate moron who was unaware of how to properly use a chat program. Sitting idly by yourself and popping into other channels for a split second seemed like a desperate bid for attention. I might have done that and laughed my ass off in or around the 90s, but yeah. Stupid. Nothing. I seriously don't know what he was saying.
Welcome to the internet.
What's sad is that besides you and me, that guy's the only active user here all night. Wake up! Blah. Whatever. Anyone on? Boring. Why are people so boring? Wake up! Anyone else see him? Of course not, because you're idle. Me having seen Funnymouth's name pop up in the chat log had obviously been a glitch with either my client or the server. It wasn't very weird in itself. Still, it creeped the hell out of me. As I tried to stop thinking about the whole ordeal, I still couldn't get rid of this cold, creepy feeling in my stomach. That I shouldn't have done something feeling. One thing I've always prided myself on is that I do not have nightmares. At least not regularly. Usually if there are monsters or ghosts or nuclear wars in my dream, I get to control it and I have a great time. I've had maybe 4 actual nightmares in the past 10 years, and yes, I'm completely serious. The first nightmare of my adult life was in 2005. I'd just broken off a relationship with someone who had been with someone else for over a year behind my back. That night, when I finally did get to sleep, I dreamt she was strapped down to a medical table while some sort of unseen, inexplicable creature sucked her brain out through an organic machine. The brain screamed, ceaselessly. The second nightmare had me visiting a medical facility where they were experimenting with new methods of saving lives. There was a fantastic tour of this high-tech facility, lots of wonders of modern science, people in lab coats, etc. Then, I was led to a room where 3 car crash victims had been quote-unquote saved by their techniques. This included a slowly rocking young girl whose face had been completely distended and hung around her chest, and a woman who was nothing but a cluster of twitching severed limbs, all held together by a drawn-out, kite-like span of flesh. The third came soon after the second. I was being accosted by 2 people, one who wanted to insult me to no end, and the other who kept trying to pinch and tweak me in absurdly ineffective ways. Thinking I could control this dream like others, I set the 2 men against each other, thinking it would be a sort of poetic justice. Instead, the pincher became increasingly violent until he was pulling at the other's cheeks, grabbing his tongue with a fist and furiously pulling at it until it came out. And he pulled the fellow's eyelids until they distended in some sort of grotesque prolapse. I suppose what I'm getting at is that even when I did have nightmares, I was never the actual target of any sort of horror. It's always been a kind of empathetic horror related to someone else getting brutalized. This night, however, was different. From then on that night, I slept very lightly. Any little thing would wake me up straight away. I had no real interest in going back to the woods that night. Yeah, bro. Not exactly sure I want you emailing me. I don't know how you got a hold of my email address. I don't give out any personal info.
Come on, don't be so sad about it. I know you can like it. We will have fun a lot of the time. It's okay even.
Oh, fuck this shit. And with that, I blocked his address. Really, I should have done that in the first place, but I still had some sick sort of interest in exactly where this was going. Maybe if I put my foot down, he would admit he was just screwing around and call me a humorless wet blanket. When I saw it was just the same old bullshit, that gave me the green light to go ahead and shut the guy out. For what it's worth, you can relax at this point. The blocking stuck. There was no follow-up message circumventing the ban. By all means, this should have been the end of it.
Hey, refersales.com is fucked up. I can't get shit to load. When you're online, please take a look ASAP. Peas and carrots, George.
Yeah, I see it. It's redirecting to a website with a giant pixelated face with a messed up tongue. I think this has to be that Funnymouth piece of shit. Did you give him my email? With the domain in it? CW.
It's a 404 page, not a redirect. I want what you're smoking. All I get on blood.com is a coming soon notice. I didn't give anyone shit. George.
Har har har. Funny. Then Jorge emailed me a screenshot of the site giving a 404 error, along with a coming soon notice for blood.com. He could have easily faked them, but why? I mean, if this was some sort of joke, it was pretty abstract and I didn't get it. When I looked at my website files, everything was normal. Nothing was out of place and nobody had even logged in to change anything. I checked the domain name's name servers, the thing that routes a domain where it's supposed to go, and nothing was out of sorts. Still, there was this bloated, tongue-wagging face looking back at me with its empty eye sockets. Then, I don't know how I missed it in the first place. Looking closely, the picture of that face wasn't really pixelated. It was made of tiny letters, HTML code coloring each letter specific to the image. Over and over again, the word that made up the image was right in front of me. I unblocked his email address and set about writing an incredibly profane and threatening letter. I didn't really care if I got the site back at this point. I just wanted to get everything off my chest so I could feel like I was in control of the situation again. Before I could finish the letter, I just got this weird, creepy feeling again. That no, it couldn't be feeling where you know you're being absurd, but at the same time you know you're right.
I see your handsome face. Hello, buddy. Come on. Hello. Hello. I don't want to not. I don't think about it, please, though. I see your handsome face.
Not only was that feeling correct, the feeling that he had already emailed me the minute I unblocked him, but it seemed he had steadily been emailing me non-stop since I'd blocked him. 10 more letters arrived just within the time span it took me to reply. Fucking stop! Hi. I don't understand what you are saying, and I do not understand what you want. I think there may be a language barrier. Is your first language English? I think you have done something to my website, and I would like you to undo it. If you are mad at me, I did not intend this to happen. You may have misunderstood what I said or what I meant. Please change my website back and let's both go our separate ways. Thank you, CW. I waited. I thought about how I'd conquered my anger, and that this measured response was really the best way to go about it. This fellow would understand what I meant. He'd realize the mistake he made. I calmed down. Everything was going to be okay. Then... I was someplace safe. The woods. I laid in the grass again. I felt the relaxation. I knew, even my subconscious knew, that everything would be okay. No matter what setbacks life threw at me, the world would go on. Nothing was permanent. Everything was in transition. Nobody could really get to me.
What a handsome face! What a funny mouth! A funny mouth! A funny mouth! A funny mouth! Funny mouth!
I see your handsome face. Don't be so sad about it.
Hey, where the fuck were you? Hello? Charles?